What's up, brothers? I just wanted to come and share a couple of thoughts. I was thinking about this yesterday, actually, as I was creating some content for Brothers in Christ. And I was just thinking about how really alone, and a lot of men in the church feel alone, feel isolated. They don't know who to trust. They don't know who to go to with the things that they're struggling with because they're expected to be the perfect husband, to lead in church, to raise their kids perfectly. And the truth is, like, none of us have this figured out. But yet, like, we feel compelled to act like we do. And so I was in this psalm this morning, Psalm 96, and I was just thinking about this because there's this incredible passage where the psalmist is saying, "Sing to the Lord, bless his name, tell of his salvation from day to day, declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous works among the peoples." And so this thought came to me that God's commanded us to proclaim his salvation, to tell of his wonderful works, to be a mouthpiece. Like, this is part of your life. Like, bearing fruit in your life for the glory of Christ means that you're telling other people about this gospel. And so the psalmist is saying, tell everyone, all the nations need to know about this. Like, it's this marvelous and this glorious, right? And then he says, for great is the Lord and greatly to be praised. So we can all agree to that. Like, even though we're struggling internally, we know that God is great and greatly to be praised. But then he goes on and he said, he is to be feared above all gods. And this morning it struck me because if my life is not showing you or showing others, if I'm not practically living as if God is greatly to be praised and greatly to be feared, then how am I going to tell other people? This is what I came to realize. If my heart is cold towards God's call to holiness in my own life, how in the world am I going to go tell other people about it? I'm not. I'm just going to live this constant state of feeling alone, feeling as if I'm not worthy. And the truth is, like, God is inviting us to this adventure. If we will find our greatest joy and greatest satisfaction in him, then we will not help but tell other people. Does it mean all of our problems will be fixed? Probably not. However, we will find ourselves trusting him more, enjoying him more, walking in faith more and more. And then, because you are men in your family, you're going to be leading your kids to do the same thing. You're going to be leading your wife. You're going to have fellowship with other brothers that you can talk about these things with. Nobody understands. If you're a businessman in the church, nobody really understands all the pressure that you are under. I get that. What we need to be focused on as men in the church is first and foremost finding our satisfaction in the gospel. Finding our joy and satisfaction in the gospel, and then what's going to happen is our hearts are going to be warmed. We're going to desire to honor God and please him with just practical matters in holiness. So masturbation, pornography, like all of this stuff that we're involved in, we're going to not desire that anymore. And then we're going to be used as mouthpieces to tell other people about the greatness and the glory of God among the nations, in our house, in our church, in our city, in our country, and to all the ends of the earth.